The International Telecommunication Union says that more than 37% of the world's population still has no reliable access to the internet. However, the Open Foundation in Ghana aims to change that by providing open education, and technology correspondent Paul Ndiho joins us now with more. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Esther. Thanks. That's shocking considering that a developed world takes internet for granted. But in some places across Africa, it's still hard to find reliable access to internet because of cost and lack of infrastructure. I spoke with Ruby Damenshie Brown, a senior Open Foundation West program officer, about the situation. Welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you.
Let's start by you telling us a little bit about this fascinating program that you're working on, the Kiwix. What is it all about?
I work with Open Foundation West Africa as a programs manager. And one of the projects that we do at Open Foundation West Africa is the Kiwix for School project. It's a software that allows you to access online educational materials, videos, content, and usually anything that you would find online that you need to connect the internet to, you can get it offline, okay, using Kiwix. So basically, that's what Kiwix enables you to do. I found the tool very useful because of where we are in Africa, looking at the terrain where we live, looking at the internet penetration rate in Africa, we still realize that some people are offline. Internet penetration rate in Africa is about 58% roughly. It's not even up to 60%. A lot of people are offline. Even with those that are connected on the internet, we realize that there's still challenges.
You talked about how this is an offline tool that you can access anytime, meaning that for the average person, somebody in a remote place in Ghana can access this program?
Yes, because most of the people in the remote areas, in rural areas, don't have internet. Most of the people cannot afford internet bundles. Teachers are not able to do research. Students are not able to access these rich content that we have online, complementary educational resources that are accessible online. And so what we do is that when we install Kiwix on these computer labs, they are coming with educational content that usually are found online. We zip these files and then make it available on a Kiwix reader that makes everyone or anyone who is using the computer to be able to browse the websites that have been put on the Kiwix, just like you're browsing the internet. It allows you to do that. So you click here, you go here, it gives you like that feel of browsing on the internet. Meanwhile, you're not using data bundle, you're not using any of those things, okay? So it's sort of like bridge that gap.
How big is e-learning in Ghana?
E-learning has taken a different shape in Ghana, even though we were not prepared. One of the things that we bumped into when the pandemic happened is that we were not prepared for it, but then we have to do it. But even now that the pandemic has, subsided, we are still seeing e-learning happening. A lot of people are doing courses online. So I think it has come to stay.
How many schools have you been able to connect with this software?
We've reached about 40 schools. I think 3 schools in outside Ghana. Through our Kiwix for School Africa Mentorship Program, we were able to pilot a project in Nigeria, in Congo, and I think in Tanzania as well. And in Ghana, we've been to about 7 regions in Ghana and still counting. So all in total, we've reached about 40 schools.
What is it going to take for Africans, young Africans like you, maybe to create solutions for some of the most pressing challenges that we have on the continent?
I think Africa there's so many challenges. And in as much as there's so many challenges, there are a lot of solutions that are out there that we can leverage on. We need to embrace technology as much as possible because technology is solving a lot of the problems that we see, and our ability to explore, embrace it, learn new technology, learn new things to be able to solve the very things that you want. Because sometimes when I'm having a challenge and I go online and I say, okay, I need a tool to turn this into that. And I'm amazed that I find it online. It's there, it exists. So we should just have an open mind and know that there are a lot of things that we can use to solve problems, and not just even solving problems personally, but we can look at how we can impact this knowledge, because knowledge sharing is very important. That as Wikimedians, we value that. Knowledge sharing is very, very significant. The more we share, the more we are empowered, the more we get to know, the more we get to solve the very problems that we face. So I think knowledge sharing is very important, and I really, really love that we share more knowledge about Africa.
Well, Ruby, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Paul.
That was Ruby Damenshie Brown, a senior program officer at Open Foundation West Africa. That's today's Tech Report. Back to you, Esther.
Thanks, Paul. Be sure to join Paul Ndiho every Wednesday for another tech segment right here on Africa 54.